Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be mid-June messages for the sign of Aries. What is going on, Aries? How are you guys doing? I hope that you're doing well. All right, friends, June is, it's almost over. We're recording this on the 20th, so we've got, about 10 days left in the month, so hopefully your month is going well. Hopefully your 2020 is going well. I know it's a little difficult to really wish that for someone, but, I'm an optimistic person when I can be. But anyway, Aries, I hope you're safe and you're happy and you're healthy at this time. You, your friends, your family, everybody you know and care for. We are still dealing with a pandemic across the globe, and particularly here in the States. It's still a major issue, as well as issues surrounding social justice and civil rights and civil liberties and all this other kind of stuff. So I've said it in all the previous videos. I'm going to continue to say it here in the last 6 for the mid-month, just so I'm very authentic and transparent with my audience. I am a supporter of Black Lives Matter. I'm not an active protester. I'm not someone who's actively out in the streets doing anything, but my sentiments and a lot of my convictions align with that movement. And that's because I'm somebody who believes in equity and equality for all people, and that is one of the tenets of the movement, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I have been aware of. So and I say that to, again, just to be an example of transparency. It's a vital issue at this time here in America. It's a vital issue across the world, racial injustices and racial inequalities, and I feel that this is I mean, if you look at the astrology of it, if you look at, the age that we're living in, this is like one of the perfect times, if not the just right time, to address these injustices and these inequalities. So I say that only to share a little bit about what I believe in personally. If that affects you in any type of way, if you disagree, if you dissent from and don't agree with me or align with that message, that's totally fine. But I've been compelled to give a little bit of my self out here, besides just being an anonymous pair of hands on the internet that read tarot cards. I am still a real person, and I have real life experiences and convictions and sensibilities. And so just to speak to the issue at hand that I know a lot of people are affected by, whether it's directly or indirectly, everyone is sort of at least observing what's going on. And so as part of transparency and being authentic, which is something that I tout and I prioritize in this work of being a tarot reader, I have to share that with you guys, okay? So if you don't like that, that's totally fine. I totally understand. And if you would rather not ever hear me again, simply because I've said that, that's totally cool. And I accept your, your position, okay? Anything else in the general? Yes. So into our regular spiel, into our regular announcements. This will be a general mid-month message, okay? It will mimic how I read personal messages, but again, it is still very general, so take everything with a grain of salt. Only take the parts that resonate, and if nothing resonates for you here, please check out other readers or check out other videos in your playlist to see if there are some messages there for you. In this month of June, I've got about 10 days left, but I will be fulfilling my promise, Aries, to go live for the collective. I normally just go live for the zodiac sign whose birthday season it is. So I just did Gemini like last week, and then in July I will be doing Cancer, but I wanted to do one for the collective just so I can get be around and have more opportunities to meet with you guys and connect with the community, okay? So be on the lookout for that. And yeah, let's just get into the regular spiel. If you want anything, it's in the description box, so your timestamp is down there if you want to jump ahead to when the reading begins. You can also find the information that you need if you want to purchase a personal reading with me. That information is also in the description box below. If you have a question before you place an order with me, just ask me by emailing me at the same address, and I'll answer you as soon as I can. And the link for the Instagram is down there. Right now, we're just doing interpretation of oracle cards over there. Eventually, we're going to do some pick a card stuff over there. So if you're interested in following me on that platform as well, the link is in the description box, okay? Alright guys, let's get into it. I want to see some messages for Aries in mid-June, please. Mid-June messages for Aries. Mid-June messages, insights, and energies for Aries. Please show me. Two, thank you. Whoa, that wasn't a good bridge, so we're going to do that again, because that was horrible. There we go. All right, good. They like that. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Aries. The moon, okay. Secrets. Lots of sleeping for some of you. You're sleeping a lot. 2 or 3, please, for Aries. 2 or 3. Start with the 2, thank you. All right, so you had the moon and the Emperor. Look at you coming out the gate swinging. All right, so you've got the moon card, primary major arcana for Pisces. You could be dealing with a Pisces, but you don't have to be. Some of you could be Pisces and Aries cuspers, right? And then you have the Emperor card, which is your major arcana Aries, so you show up in your own reading possibly twice for those who are definitely near the cusp. But like you are, it feels like in an in-between space, you know, because we have a very dormant energy with the moon card. Not to call Pisces or say the moon is always about being dormant, but I mean, it looks very relaxed, does it not? This looks like an energy or a depiction of somebody who's obviously sleeping, but just like not really stressed about much, you know, really trying to relax or really trying to like I get like a dreamscape. I really do. I really get like fantasy, or I really get like wanting to relax, wanting to be mellow, or being focused on peacefulness, calmness in your life, right? Pardon me. I guess I need to have a tea to wake up my throat a little bit. Anyway, excuse me. And then the Emperor comes out next to it. And it's like a more active energy. It's fire energy, obviously, because it's related to you, Aries. And there's just more happening here, or there's this confrontational energy. Not confrontational as in a fight. Maybe that's not the right word. There's an energy of standing up, being active, being in the fray, not shying away from any type of adversity. Like this is a card of bravery. You know, this is a card of somebody who's active and wanting to be on top of their game and wanting to be ahead of the curve. You know, there's just like this action, go, go, go. You know, very, very, you know, again, it's your card, right? So these two things are happening at once, possibly within you or possibly within a dynamic or a situation that you're involved in. You know, this moon card is really, to me, like innocuous or really trying to be inoffensive. It's really like a calm, sullen? Okay, sure, sullen. We'll go with sullen for some of you maybe. But it's a very calm energy, and the Emperor is not calm. If it works together, if these two are talking to each other in terms of energetically, it would be possibly that the moon is trying to temper the Emperor energy a little bit. Or there's trying to be a balance between these two, right? So the Emperor is very energetic, it's very robust, it's an energy of someone who's ready to do things, ready to shake up the world, and the moon is just like, nah man, it's cool, nah, yeah, you know, just shh, no, you know, it's like really trying to calm something down. So it could be you're trying to find a balance between these two energies within yourself. It could be you are trying to calm yourself down. Maybe you do have a lot of energy. Maybe you do have a lot that you could be upset about or focused on, and maybe your hands are tied and that frustrates you. So you're trying to get into your Zen woosah, you know, get into like a very calm, very, very chill kind of place, you know. Could be you and another person are approaching things from different angles. And it's very interesting because Aries, you're usually very, you know, I'm this or I'm that. You know, it's not usually this middle ground or this gray area, if I'm honest. I feel a lot of times Aries tend to be very self-assured, or once they make a decision, once they're moving in a certain direction, it would be hard for them to turn around and sort of alter their plans. I feel that Aries are usually very straightforward in their intentions, and this is showing to me that the intentions or the act of doing is not as strong. It's not as it's just not as effective. Or like I said, in some of your cases your hands are tied, you know, you have all this energy, you have all this intention, but the moon is just like a leashing effect. Like I feel withdrawn or withheld from something. And the moon is like that. The moon is kind of covert energy. It's shadowy energy. It does not really lend itself to openness or running wild. It's usually very contained or subterranean. Let's say it that way. It's subterranean. So it's there, it exists, but whatever it represents, a person, an energy, an idea, an emotional state, whatever, it's subterranean. It's under the surface. It's not easily discernible. You have to do your homework. You have to do your research. You have to go plunging into the ground in order to find out what's going on with the moon card. So, this could be something about a secret. Oh, okay. That's I'm finally like starting to feel like how this could be playing out. So for some of you, this could be like secret keeping. This could be unknown information. This could be deception, and you are possibly on a fact-finding mission, or you're trying very hard to hold on to a secret. And it's kind of annoying you, or you're perturbed by any situation where you feel there are secrets. You're really annoyed and frustrated with any person in your life who isn't coming to you in a forthright manner. It's going to go, you know, different ways because it's still a general. So for some of you, this is something that exists within yourself. And for others of you, this is existing in a dynamic, in a relationship that's, you know, that you share with another person or a group of people. And the Emperor is not interested, traditionally speaking, in terms of tarot, is not interested in anything that the moon would really have to offer. I mean, unless there's like a overt benefit to the Emperor. The Emperor is a strategic type of energy, is an energy that's thinking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps ahead, and is very interested in how am I going to fare? Am I going to win? Am I going to lose? It's very businesslike, you know, very, very savvy in that way. And the moon, like I said, is it's very, you know, shadowy. It's a little billowy. It's not concrete. And the Emperor deals in issues of concreteness, or likes to be in positions and in situations and relationships with people where we can clearly see what we're dealing with. With the moon, you don't clearly see shit. So I feel as though some of you are finding a hell of a frustration within yourselves of keeping secrets. If you are keeping secrets from people, it's tearing you apart. If you are not able to openly express something, because the moon is not usually about open expression, again, it's there, it's in the subterranean, it exists, but to be able to find it and be able to pinpoint it and say, well, that's what I was looking for, or this is what I want to say, or this is the crux of the situation. That's not easy to do with the moon card, and that could really, really ruffle an Aries feathers, because like I said earlier, your natural inclination is to be a straight shooter as much as possible. Not to say you always tell the truth, not to say that you've never told a lie in your life, no, but you, in terms of how you view yourself, how you understand your position in the world, how you understand your relationships, how you understand your role in a particular situation or circumstance, you like it to be clearly defined. And this is a situation, this is a feeling of things not being clearly defined, and you would be incredibly frustrated by that. So whatever that means, in some of your cases, this is about a relationship or particular relationships or aspects of relationships in your life. For some of you, this is about your career, because I'm feeling a lot of pride of place with the Emperor, like I am a director of blah, I am the manager of this, I am an independent contractor in this field, blah, 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 blah. Like I feel a lot of defined sense of self coming from your work or your profession, and because there's uncertainty related to that, you're, you know, maybe some of you are in transition with your work. You might be in between jobs, or you might be rerouting. And again, I told you, when an Aries is like already on track, to reroute something to go in a different direction is not exactly what you like to do. You know, that's that cardinal energy, that's that fire component of you. It's like, I've decided to do the thing, I'm going to do the thing, and I'm going to do the thing till the end of time. And so redirecting yourself is, especially if you're not certain of what's going on, it really like ruffles your feathers, right? So, what else can we give to Aries, please? What other messages do we have for Aries today? I don't think I need to clarify anything. That's the message. That's what I'm getting. Again, I'm feeling it's kind of in your career sector. It could be relationships. Maybe you have uncertainty in a connection with a person. You might have uncertainty in terms of your own development, your own identity, stuff like that. So what other messages do we have for Aries, please? Because I don't think that needs to be, no. They're like, no, it's good. Oh, look, judgment. Yeah. Making judgment calls on your life. What other messages do you have for Aries at this time in mid-June? I think that was the lovers that wanted to appear, so maybe some of you are dealing with a Gemini, and that's interesting. I don't usually mention cards that I kind of see. So that's particular for those who are dealing with a Gemini. That might mean something to you. Judgment, secondary major for Scorpio. Any other messages, or are we going with just these two? Excuse me. One more they want. Okay, thank you. No, thank you. There it is. Six of Pentacles. I have got to get some tea or something. Jesus. All right, so Judgment, Knight of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Judgment, like I said, secondary major for Scorpio. It's also sometimes related to, yeah, that was right, Scorpio. Yeah, because it's Pluto, so never mind. Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, that might track for you. You don't have to be. It's still a general reading, right? So Judgment, making judgments, making certain calls, evaluations. Knight of Swords with the Six of Pentacles. Like some of you are making a judgment call on a relationship, regardless of who it's with. You know, zodiac sign, gender doesn't matter in general, but you're making judgment calls on a particular person that is basically not fair to you. You have someone who's not being fair to you, or you're not being fair in the situation, or there's something about inequality in the situation. There's something about things not being even Stevens, right? Judgment, it's when we, as the card indicates, we make judgment calls. You know, you say goodbye to something. In some cases, you might resurrect something because in many traditional depictions of this card, you will see the Archangel Gabriel blowing his trumpet, calling out the spirits or the bodies of the dead from their graves, right? So it could go either way. You're either putting something to bed or you're trying to resurrect something, but in either case, what you're dealing with, Scorpio, or excuse me, see, I've said it again, Scorpio. So for those where you're dealing with a Scorpio, there you go. But no, for you, Aries, you're dealing with someone who, or there's an element in the situation. If it's not a specific person, it is this element of things being unfair and things moving away from you. Like, in some cases, you've been trying, some of you, or someone has been doing this towards you. It could go either way. It's a general, right? So there's this element of a person being present, but they're not there for long. Or when they're present, they're very, loose. They're not there for a long time. It's a very in and out type of energy with this Knight of Swords. So there's someone who you've maybe wanted to be close to, you wanted to start a partnership with, business, romantic, otherwise, and they're just like too loose. They come and go, or they don't set up roots, Knight of Swords energy, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And I did say Gemini because I did see a peak of the lovers. So again, if you're dealing with a Scorpio or a Gemini, or that's in this person's chart somewhere, that might be significant to you. But again, it's a general, it doesn't have to be. But this Knight of Swords energy, I mean, as you can see, it's like a little rebel rouser. It's like this, bad boy archetype of, leather jackets and, switchblades that are actually combs. But, and then you've got these girls over in the corner like, ooh, look at him. He's so bad. There's like this admiration, or there's this draw towards this person, but this person is not loyal, or they're not interested in setting up shop truly. This person is cavalier. They're not like a bad person per se, but they're not what you need or what you actually want in your life, or you them. You know, it could go vice versa. The Knight of Swords kind of plays by their own rules. They don't like to be told what to do. They don't like to... The aspect of being committed or being structured or centrally focused in one particular area or one particular place is not usually what the Knight of Swords is interested in. The Knight of Swords seeks knowledge, seeks adventure, seeks, you know, to have conversations and connections with multiple people. So that could be it. If this was a dating scenario, this person is too open. If you're looking for commitment or vice versa, or if the person you're dealing with is looking for commitment, you're kind of like, no, man, I'm a, what do you call that? I'm a free agent. I don't have any inclination to want to set up anything permanently, right? And for whatever reason, this person is like this. I get the sense, you know, because I love this deck. And one of the things that usually point out with this character is that Switchblade, again, is not a switchblade. It's a comb. So this person might act tough, but they're not really tough. Meaning, they're using this as a defense mechanism. They fear intimacy, they fear vulnerability, they fear or don't understand how to be vulnerable, how to be close with a person, how to set up a significant relationship, business, romantic, or otherwise, right? This person is protecting themselves. You know, the lack of commitment, the lack of focus, the lack of setting up something with a foundation is because they don't know how to do it, or they're afraid of it, or the last time they did it, they got burned, and so they swore to themselves, never again am I going to go into partnership with a person, never again am I going to be serious with a person. And again, I don't sense that this person is a snake. I don't sense that they're a bad person. I just sense that they're running scared, essentially, or they are... if not running scared, just running, period. You know, and that could be the other thing. The Knight of Swords also enjoys freedom, also enjoys the fruits of life, and wants to taste the fruit of life in every place that they go. So there's like this sense from them that to settle down, to be focused in one area is to be limited. And the Knight of Swords doesn't like to be limited, okay? Six of Pentacles with this person. That's sort of like the crux of the situation. And I absolutely hate this card in this deck. It's so disgusting to me. Because I hate candy corn, and that just doesn't look right. Anyway, Six of Pentacles is about equality and equity and things being shared evenly amongst people. If you're giving 40%, the person is giving 60, so we get the full 100%. Nothing in life usually is 50-50. That's what we would like. That's an ideal. But if people are doing their equal parts, that's sort of the name of the game. And normally in the Six of Pentacles, what we're seeing is someone isn't giving their equal parts. You know, if you know the traditional artwork of this card, there are 6 pentacles on the card, but one person has 3 cards above, or excuse me, 3 pentacles above their head, and the other person has 2. That's not 6, that's 5. So there is something imbalanced in the situation. Someone might be overgiving, someone might be giving less than what they should, and it's just a mess. It's not really serving you, it's not serving the other person. And the judgment call might be to step away from this. Or, as this card is sort of indicating with this artwork, taking a clear look at it. Like, not shying away from the facts of the matter. You know what I mean? Like, this woman presumably is looking directly at the numbers on that scale, looking directly at the results, looking directly at the facts. What is the true weight of the situation? What is the true makeup of the situation? What is the true number that's going to show up on that scale? So not going back to the moon, living in some type of fantasy about the situation. What is the real deal? What's really going on here? And again, this could be in yourself. This could be all about your self-development. This could be about your job. You might have been on track for a promotion. You might have been trying your best to get ready to walk into a different role, but you know, the person who was going to hire you, or the person who, you know, you were trying to, you know, set up some type of business with, they're playing, you know, loose with you. They're not, you know, setting up meetings with you. They're not returning your phone calls. You know what I mean? So it's like getting real. Okay, this person isn't the one I'm supposed to work with. This company isn't the company I'm supposed to work with. And it's getting out of this, like, trying to make a dream into a reality. So So basically, this is like a reading about facing facts. And I like that you've shown up in your own energy, Aries, because there is a resolve with Aries, I find. I find you to be some of the most resolute people I've ever met in my life, where maybe things will bum me out for a little while. And I do mean a little while. I've not met an Aries yet who sulks for a long time. I've not met that person. If you're out there, please introduce yourself to me. I would love to meet you, because I like to meet people of varying experiences and personality types. But as far as the Aries that I've ever known in my life, that I've ever observed, you don't spend a lot of time sulking. And I think that's what that Emperor is going to is here to indicate. Thank you. Is here to indicate that as much as this situation kind of bums you out, as much as you're disappointed in yourself or disappointed in the other person or both of you or whatever it is, you're ultimately not going to spend a lot of time circling the drain here. You're eventually going to say, you know what? You're not what I want. This is what I want, and you're not able to provide it to me. I was living in some type of fantasy, and I'm about to make a judgment call on that. Because again, judgment is about ending things or bringing them back. And we are in a heavy retrograde period, right? Today is what, June 20th? So Mercury's in retrograde. I think Venus is still, isn't Saturn still, and isn't Jupiter still. Like, there's massive retrogrades, and today is a solar eclipse, because today is the summer solstice. So we have a lot of astrological energy just like permeating. It's just like pulsating throughout our collective experience. And so some of you have gone back to a person just to immediately end it. Or you've gone back and evaluated a previous decision. Did I end it too soon? And then you run the numbers, you run the schematics as a strategist would, as the Emperor would. You run the numbers and you find out, no, I made the right decision, because you can still see from wherever you are with this person or wherever you are in this situation, you can see it very clearly. This is not energy that says, I'm ready to commit, or I'm ready to, be dedicated to a particular task, only one goal, only one person. That's not what's going on over here. And if you're looking for that, Aries, you are easily going to be able to see that this person is not the one for you. That this situation is not where you need to be. Okay? All right, so let's get you guys an oracle card, and then we're going to wrap up. Which oracle deck, please, for Aries in their mid-month message? Oracle deck for Aries in their mid-month message, please. Ooh, postcards from Spirit. I really don't want to have tea today. I'm trying to get off of the caffeine, but I'm feeling a little tired. Maybe I should have maybe I'll do that instead. We'll see. All right. Oracle message for Aries, please. Oracle message for Aries at this time in mid-June. Please show me. Good. They like that. All right, Aries. Let's see what comes out for you guys. Oracle message for... Okay. Ooh, a bluish purple. I usually get pinks and reds. This is very blue and purple on this side. All right, here we go. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built, yes? A good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too. In case of earthquakes. That sounded so weird, but yeah. Anyway, truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base. Whether it be an idea that takes from one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see that this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general sight check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you're building your life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So I'll show that to the camera because, my reading isn't always great. So if you want to read that yourself, go ahead and you can pause it. And that kind of speaks to what I was saying, trying to build a solid foundation with a person who's flighty, who's fickle, who's not interested, you can get rid of this person. And I'm not trying to be shady, I'm not trying to be dismissive, but if they're a friend of yours, a loved one, I know that would be difficult, but Aries, one monkey don't stop the show, you know that. So I get the sense that foundationally speaking, something is very integral to you at this time to set up something that's firm and sturdy and secure. And if people are not able to meet you in your endeavor, they need to be removed, or you need not work with them. Not removed as in you never speak to them again, you never see them again, but removed from the project, removed from this goal in your life. The oracle basically backs that up, okay? That was pretty good. At least for me. How was it for you? Aries, that's the end of your reading for mid-June. If you liked it, please hit the like button down below. If you want to leave a message or a comment that lets me know how this resonated with you, that'd be super cool. If you want to share the video, let other people know you like watching my stuff. You know what that means. It would be super cool. And if you want to subscribe and be up on when I upload here on the channel, that would be awesome as well. Aries, I'll be back soon with the July messages. Like I said, I will go live at some point on the channel in the month of June just to, connect with the collective and meet some of you guys for the first time maybe. If you're subscribed, you'll be able to see that in your notifications so long as the bell is saying all notifications. If you're not subscribed, you might miss me, so I would consider subscribing, okay? Anything else? No, I don't think so. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Take care.